Hi. As opposed to, say, 100 years ago, where the world was fairly static and one may discover a few key truths and you could rely on them, how do you reconcile the fact that in an ever-changing world that we currently have, we're in this like constant futile effort to discover the new truths and just to keep up?
There's no humans who are trying to discover the truth.
But I guess discovering truth for oneself, there is some element of it that's related to the external world that we're dealing with. I mean, you alluded to universal truths before, but I guess like truths of any given time period that you're in.
And those are not truth. Those are just ways of getting along in the world. Those are just ways of surviving in society. They have nothing to do with truth. Human beings are not looking for the truth. They're just looking for more comfort and happiness and socialization and rah-rah and just nonsense. Humans aren't looking for truth.
Even in the pursuit of, say, science and math?
Those things are just looking for scientific explanations of societal phenomenon. And while there is some utility to that, as I mentioned before, such as discovering the virus that causes a particular disease, in which case one can create an antidote for that. I mean, there's relevance to that. But those are very situational. Truth as a whole, truth as an end to all chases, truth as a path to freedom. Humans aren't looking for those things.
My question is, in some religions, it's a concept that we all have a calling or destiny, as they say. So is that also nonsense, or is there some truth to it?
That's a good question. I'm not sure what the reality is behind that. It could very well be true, but I'm not sure how relevant that is, because what is most immediately relevant to a person is what they feel inside, what they are driven to do, and that's something that they can wrap their arms around, because it isn't conceptual.
So can we say the things that we are driven to do are ultimately bringing us to our destiny?
It depends what you mean by destiny. I mean, if you're driven to do it, you're driven to do it. You don't really have a choice. Hello?
The other day you said something about there is a destiny, and the whole thing about just believe in the process or follow the process as the goal itself.
I have never said believe in the process.
No.
Never said follow the process.
No. You rejected that idea.
Oh, okay.
I was getting to. Yeah.
Yes.
And it was very, very, very categorically rejecting that idea. But then you also said, yes, there is a destiny and there is a goal, there is a objective and a destination to get to. I'm just wondering if you can
destination and destiny are two different things, right? I mean,
not destiny. I'm sorry, I misspoke because I was thinking about the previous question.
Yes.
So you rejected the idea of investing completely in the process. You said there is an end point.
Yes.
And I'm just curious if you can expand upon that a little bit.
When you leave your house every day,
mm-hmm.
do you get in the car and just drive down the street?
So this is, I'm trying to contextualize with this within, let's say, for example, the whole notion of parenting. And I've heard in another podcast, you have a son who's a wonderful golfer. And I don't want to oversimplify, because I know what you're getting at. Because I actually, for the first time, also felt that truth when you said there is when you get into the car, you need to know where you're going. I get it. I'm just contextualizing that as a parent, and your kid loves something like golf. Like, how do you kind of make sense of the process versus goal situation? That was my question.
Well, it depends what most moves you as a parent. Whatever in your parental role and your parental duty is most moving to you, then that's the thing that you will pursue. There's no such thing as the goal of being a good parent. And while that's very natural and logical, and everyone feels that way, there's no such thing as a good parent. There's no such thing as good. There's no medal. There's no plaque that someone gets. And when they get that plaque, then they know that they've been good. Every parent, you can describe 1,000 good that they've done, and you can describe 10,000 bad that they've done. So that doesn't go anywhere. So as a parent, The only thing that matters is the thing that most moves you on a day-to-day basis in your role as a parent, as opposed to following nonsensical prescriptions and ideals and concepts to live up to. That will make you schizophrenic.